Boom. Hey everybody, I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes we can. How you doing, David, Bassman, Her Ladyship, and Basswoman? You got carried away with building another wooden kit, you reckon? Tell us more, tell us more. Meanwhile, and I'm guessing that it'll only be a matter of time before you get carried away and buy some more kits. Now, there we go. Now today, in fact, one of our first. Oh, hey John, how you doing? Our first things to do today is getting that engine in, I reckon, because that shouldn't take too. Oh, you had two kits arrive today. What'd you get? Righty ho.
Hello.
Now,
It's got a what?
you had two kits arrive today, and a bag from Timu.
Oh, wow.
Me. The man's incorrigible.
Well, it's Christmas time and he's spoiled himself.
Well, that's fair enough, isn't it? You can't argue that. Well, you can, but why would you?
Oh, I'm treating everybody today.
Here we go. I had a look at this radiator. Boom. She's in. She's in. She said
Like Flynn.
In like Flynn. In fact, Flynn would be well to be in as well as that radiator.
Boom chakalaka.
That's the one. Our next port of call. Let's just get it all queued up and just make sure how it goes. Is going to be to.
How was your massage yesterday?
Lovely. One of the things that's kind of cool that I've got going on with them as well is because you see, you know how I've got my baking run. In their case,
yeah,
I make them Thai fried banana, and they send me home with Thai lunch.
Oh wow!
Now, because I was going out for lunch yesterday, I obviously haven't eaten that. I'm just having a look at how this engine's going to need to go in. About there, I'd suggest. Yep. All right.
When Basswoman gets here, I'm going to step away for 5 minutes.
I've just noticed something. I think it's a little problematic.
Uh-oh.
And what it is that to get the engine down the. Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I think. Hang on, let's get that back. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a bit of a trim on the radiator. I'm just gonna have to hope it doesn't crack the glue, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Might be safe.
Nah, all good. Ooh, it's a bit loose. We might just tighten that up first. Oh, now it's out. That's annoying. What it was that the front part there was causing everything to be out. Well, if that's happened, I may as well just go the whole box and dice and file that down a little more. Then redo that. Then we'll get on to I'll finish deckling. Such parts as require the deckling. And once the deckling's done, we may as well just get onto the interior. And
I had a marvelous I had a marvelous idea today.
What's that?
Well, I was looking at that website last night from that hobby shop, and they offer like different types of wires for batteries and so forth.
Yep.
For your models, of course.
Ah.
So I'm like, huh. I got a bunch of old wires here at the house, old cell phone chargers
Yep.
and what have you. So
Yep.
I cut one open, ripped it down, and found all these little tiny, wonderful wires that can work on. And I got some braided hose for radiators. And
I've seen some of that. It was like you can get like hose to actually make the proper like cord hose that you have.
Yep.
And that's
So
pretty
these
bloody
wires
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
good
what
stuff.
I've done was I stripped down a couple of old cords that I had no use for, and I made me some hot and negative battery cables.
Yep.
And I took the truck and I've got a distributor wire, starter wire,
nice,
and alternator wire, and I got them pulled into one little fitting that I'm going to hook this to the side of the firewall and hook my battery cable to it. Give it a lot more realism. Nice. And what I did behind the alternator and the starter, I took my little drill set and drilled holes into it so they would fit in there. Instead of just sticking it to it with glue, I drilled holes and inserted them inside of it.
Nice.
That was a job by itself doing that. But the outcome, I think, is going to be well worth it.
Yeah, I would suggest so, yes. Hang on, David's made a couple of comments. He's been looking for fingerless gloves and could only find them in Temu. The wooden kit is an American long truck fuel carrier. Long truck fuel carrier. There we go. Wow. So yeah.
Well, you know, back in the day when we couldn't find fingerless gloves, we would buy just regular gloves
and just cut them off.
Gloves and just cut the fingers out. But Temu is actually a really cool place. You ever been to the website, Rob?
No.
Yeah, you need to check out Temu. They got some really nice things for reasonably priced. And there's a lot of reviews out there, like when there's anything else, you know, Temu's crap, you know, this, that, and the other. But we bought Temu several times, and we've been very satisfied with our products we've gotten from them.
Yeah, right. I often find with a lot of stuff that will now be left to dry, obviously. But now, at least now I've got the engine in, or I'll be able to get the engine in correctly without any issues. I sometimes think that a lot of the time with reviews, and this goes for a whole stack of shit, that people say stuff, but their expectations may be way too high.
I agree with that 100%.
And the other thing that's worth bearing in mind with reviews is there's a lot of dickheads out there. So many dickheads.
Full of them.
The problem then comes that dickheads are usually more inclined to give their opinion than people who actually would give a fair review. It's a fact. The internet will tell you this. Go and visit the internet and have your eyes opened if you doubt me. And yeah, it's that's a thing of its own that can really affect overall reviews that may or may not be. Now, I have a bad feeling I've
But it
misplaced.
just seems like Timu gets. Uh-oh.
I could probably use that. No, I wouldn't use that. Now, it is only one of those little things.
We made
I
our
might.
son a believer. Mike, what's that?
I think I've misplaced it. It looks like I've misplaced a decal. But I do have another one I can
Uh-oh.
use in its stead. So I'll do that. That's the obvious solution. And I can confirm that no one's going to see the difference. This much I know. Now, to that end, and something else I need to do or need to consider. What is the decal that goes on the battery? And there may be other decals I need to consider now that I think about it.
Talking about Timu. Our son did not want us to purchase him anything off of Timu. He wanted these glass cabinets to put his collectibles in. And I won't pay the price Amazon had for them or these other companies out there. So I went on Timu, found the same cabinets, 7 foot tall, 3 feet wide, like 5 glass, all glass. So he went looking up reviews. Well, this man got this and had a gap in the door. These people got this cabinet and it had this wrong with it. I bought them 2, half the price, and they're absolutely perfect cabinet.
Yeah, it's a curious thing that if people don't know, and you get them something from somewhere, often, hey, and you then tell them.
Yep.
It's like, oh, yeah, oh.
They said, well, that me and call me Sal once down put together.
Not finding the battery on these assembly sheets, so I can identify the decal that goes on it. Because I want to do that before I. Oh, come on, guys, where is it? Don't lie to me. I know it's lying.
Oh, I got it.
Where is it? Here, battery. That's why. Well, why I'm not seeing it now that I think about it. It would be. No, it's actually on the frame. I'm looking for a separate piece. It would actually be on the frame. So that's why I was getting thrown. That makes sense. Now, hopefully, therefore. And there's a couple of decals that need to go on the 26 and 29 go on the whatchamacallit. Yeah, the whatchamacallit. Air filter. Okay.
Oh, Lord. Extra dropsies again.
And still not seeing what the battery gets.
Where'd it go, Nutty?
Rubbing.
There it is.
Now.
Did you get the 2 parodies I sent to you?
I've seen one of them. I've watched the Jim Carrey one. That's funny.
Batman, Superman funeral. Have you seen that one?
Haven't seen that one yet.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
It's I'm wondering if this motorcraft thing would go on the battery.
Well, they are motorcraft batteries. I've seen some at the Walmart where we shop at.
In that case, I shall make it so long as it fits. Let's see for a length comparison here. Again, Bishop Choir Boy. Yeah, that'll just fit on. We'll do that. Why not? Yeah, well, that's what they're talking. That's when they're discussing condoms, I'm guessing. After all, you want to be safe about these things. All right, so we'll use that motorcraft. We need to get our air filter ready for its deckling. Where are you, Mr. Air Filter? You're over here. No, up here. Now, one goes around the rim on the side here. And we will need, therefore...
We shall do.
2... Whoop. David had a model kit of a German passenger half-track, but the instruction was for a gun emplacement.
Oh, wow.
He sent Temu a notice just to warn them they sent his money back.
Good. Huh.
Well, I guess you can't really complain too much about that, can you? Well, you can, but hey.
And here we're just talking about them, right?
Exactly right. Now, I see where it goes. Now, what we're going to do here, I would say, we'll go for... Now, you need decals.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll leave that there. From the song Whole Lotta Kit.
We got a little bit more sleet and snow earlier today.
Yeah, right.
Well, not the mountain, but we got some. I think they're calling for more.
Yeah, right. Now that will be that. Now, so 1 there, 2 there, 1 there, and I think that's the deckling done. I'll just have a quick gander through on anything that might be required, hypothetically.
Right.
Because of course, when you're doing the
all those are
when you're doing when you're doing part of one kit and not all of it, you know what I mean? You need to make your calculations as to what you do and don't need. And I think that would be the extent of it. By G, by Jingo, by Crikey. As far as
and make sure we're on the right page, all those are decal the Mustang, right?
Yeah. So that's why it's a bit, let me see, I'll maybe not sort of a thing, if you follow me. All right. Alrighty. We're doing this, boys and girls, and others. Nah.
Let's do it.
So let's get that out the way. This can go in the bin. Why the fuck is this even here? I got given some early Christmas presents by some of the places I do on by my massage therapist and by one of the places I do my bakery run to yesterday.
Oh wow,
I got given some a bottle of wine
nice.
by my massage therapist.
Oh,
I don't normally drink,
cool.
but I use it for cookery. And if I cook with something, I might have a glass. So, you know. And
oh, cool. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
one
that.
of my signature dishes, for want of a better choice of words, is coq au vin. And you need red wine for that. So I'm now suitably decked out with that.
You have to enlighten us what that is.
Coq au vin, literally translated,
Yep.
cock with wine. Now, when I say cock, I mean as in the chicken, not as in the male appendage. Just for clarification. Let's be clear about this, shall we? And I might just put it a slightly better.
Yeah, if you're serving that, I think I'll pass.
And anyway, it's a classic French dish. And I like cooking it because, well, A, it's tasty as all fuck. And it basically fits onto the list of, or tops my list of things to serve to people I like to impress, so as I can then let nature run its majestic course, if you follow me. Serve this to the lady of your choice, and all will be well.
Tasty as all fuck. That's a sediment, ain't it?
Nah, but yeah, the it's it requires red wine, and having been given a bottle of quite decent wine to work with, I've got to get myself a my bowl of water. That's one of the prerequisites. Obviously, I'm sure you get the why I'm going. Oh, well, that's rather convenient.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And the other thing I was given was a whole stack of, I dare say the staff there had a bit of a chip in. I got a whole stack of chocolates and licorice and
oh wow,
all sorts of yumminess. So yeah,
ain't wrong with that.
Well, the only issue I'm seeing is that I'm trying to get my weight down. But you can't be unhappy from the viewpoint of, well, they put the effort in to think about it.
Yep.
And for that alone, I am grateful. And I'll probably share, what I'll do is I'll share the stuff with people I know, and that way I won't eat too much of it.
Well, you know, it is the holidays, and so you're always excused for putting on a little bit of weight during that time.
Yeah, it's that'll do us.
Oh, you know, it's always the New Year's resolution. Everybody wants to drop that few pounds they ate over the holidays, and
yeah, I just tend to. I think it's something to do with my upbringing, but I tend to not really allow myself that luxury, as it were. It's just the way I've been. Yeah, if you're trying to achieve something in the longer term, you don't let up. This is how it is.
Yeah.
which is a bit
Well,
full on at times. So yeah,
May
it's a bit of
May of this year, I weighed 288.6, and as of today, I've gotten down to 218.4.
that's good, man.
218 is what I weighed last night.
That's good.
Normally you get your better weights when you get up in the morning, because if you got any swelling on your fluid, that's off
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
body, and you've not eaten all night. So, I went yesterday about 3:30, 4 o'clock every day. I take a shower, and so I got on the scale, and I've had my coffee and orange juice and whatnot throughout the day, and I was 218.4. Man, I was ecstatic.
I bet. It's yeah. Well,
No
that's what you want
exercise
to
involved
see.
whatsoever.
I used to train a guy who was weighing in at almost 400. Um, yeah.
Big boy.
He was working quite hard at getting his weight down. Got himself down to, at one stage, he'd lost quite a huge amount. I mean, he still needed to lose quite a lot.
Right.
But he'd gone from, he would have lost 100 pounds. So he was down to under 300.
Oh wow. Nice.
And he was actually training really, really hard. And then he disappeared for a while and he was back up to about 400.
Oh snap.
And
Yeah,
I got to
unfortunately, some
know,
people do fall back. Unfortunately.
well, the thing was, I came to realize that in his case, it was actually a deeply psychological thing going on there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know how some people, and it was even down to the level of, he didn't mind being morbidly obese because there was a way he could, if he thought he could play the system so as he'd be able to get a pension because he couldn't work because of that, you see.
Right. Yeah.
And straight away you're seeing a psychological thing going on there.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the whole thing, as to having done all that hard work. That's why I went back on, which is a bit sad.
I agree.
Because he got put onto training with me by this social worker he was working with. And they said, oh, you go see this guy. He'll get your weight off. But ultimately, he didn't want to lose the weight. So he self-sabotaged.
Mm.
Never mind. Because that's what it was. I remember now. He had a certain number of sessions with me and quite a while, paid for by the government to get his weight down.
Oh wow.
That was what it was.
Huh.
And the assumption was that at some stage he would be willing to take that over. And I think he may have even made some degree of commitment to that.
Right.
Because he's only 22 or something.
Really?
Yeah. And no, first chance, drop the bundle. So yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, for most of us, it's the thing of just having to stick with it.
Oh, damn, got took my drink.
You right?
Yeah. Got to drink it too fast.
Oh, that'll do it. Oh, putting it on is easy, yeah, for sure, David. Yeah, getting it off is the problem. You were correct.
What was that now?
That's actually one thing I would say about the benefit of seeing various medical practitioners including my massage therapist on a reg. They're pretty much, well, not on my case, but they will gently remind. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's no bad thing of its own.
Well, of course, everybody knows, losing weight, you just absolutely damn feel great. Sleeping.
Now, that's almost right, what we have there. Almost. Need you to come up. Up you come. Come on. Oh.
If you can get that, go that first month. It's always the hardest. Once you get over that first month, man, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Here we go. Let's go this out. There. Hang on. Aha.
Aha.
If I can get the light right, would help. There we are.
Oh. Boom. Nice.
Happy with that.
Looking good. Looking good.
Particularly as they're not even from this kit.
All right.
So pretty happy about that. Now, first, before I get a couple of little touches there in black I wouldn't mind doing. But it's not going to affect our the amount of time required to. It's not going to stop us from gluing anything. Is the bottom line here. So, finish deckling first, Rob. What the fuck are you doing, boy? I just finished that, and I was getting all eager to move along to the next stage on the interior without realizing I hadn't even finished some other stuff. Now, there's not many, so we'll get on to this. It's not that hard, big boy. What are you doing? What are you doing, lad? What are you doing?
Damn it, man.
I used to, what are you doing? I used to say that to, when I was training, I was doing it, was called, doing a thing called, what's called handies. That's what the instructor called it because he didn't know what to call it in English.
Handies.
That was the roughest he could come up with. But basically, it's a way of where you'd start by joining hands and try and outmaneuver each other using your techniques. And some of the students who wanted basically who were confident enough to give it a go and knew they were going to get them going to working, but wanted to give it a go, would actually try and do handies with me. Good luck to them. You know, they knew they were going to get a shellacking, but they knew they would learn as well, which is the whole point. Anyway,
smackdown, huh?
Pardon?
I said somebody gonna get a smackdown, huh?
Yeah, that's it. They lined up for it, but for good reason, because I'd tell them what they were doing wrong. But yeah, there was one guy I used to have fun with, and I used to lock him up and start ruffling his hair. And, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing?
Damn it.
You're having fun with me. I'm, yep. Here's what you did wrong, mate. Fun times.
Alrighty. I need to step away for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Rightio. What I'll do is I'll put the screen on solo. Let us know when you're back. How's that roll?
I'll do it. Be right back.
Rightio. Hang on a moment, guys. I've got a slight problem. Something sounds here. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'd left the bloody tap on. Not left it on, but hadn't turned it off properly. That's a little bit annoying. Now, I soaked this yet? Looks like I have, yes. Are we moving yet? Maybe I'm not. Can't believe I didn't turn the tap off properly of all the dumb things. I've done all the dumb things. Now, once these are on, we can get to the interior assembly. We are ready to rock and or roll, good people. A bit of setter. Move across a bit. Hey, Columba. Come on now. Bit too much. There we go. Now we just get a cotton wool bud. Absorb excess liquid. There we go. So here, I'll put my hand behind it like that. Decal on the battery. Boom. Now, drop that there. Finally, the two decals for the air filter. Mouthful of coffee. Oh yeah. Now, I think our first one is 26. Then it's 29, I believe. Correct. All right, let's do this, kids. Delay. I wonder where. If it gives a very precise. No, it does not give a very precise. All right, we'll just have to work it out. We will work it out. They've got a little specs plate here. I wonder if I could put that somewhere in the engine bay. It would look kind of good. Yes, I can. Let's get these done first, shall we? Then we'll worry about that.
Rob!
You're back. I've discovered another decal I'm kind of keen to do.
What was that?
Well, there's a one here that has a specs plate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what I'm thinking, pretty obviously, let's face it, the writing is going to be so small that no one's going to be fucking able to read it. So I could whack it on, just add a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? I guess authenticity, perhaps.
Yeah, there you go.
Um,
It's gonna be an eye view, so it's gonna be pretty regardless.
yeah, that's the idea. So yeah. Now we'll go. Oh, I've done the heart the wrong way. It doesn't matter. I'll work it out as always. It's not that hard, big boy.
Really doesn't matter.
It doesn't, you know, mate. Nothing in this life matters that much on a universal scale of things. I remember seeing David Attenborough doco, and he made the observation that if the entire of the universe, or the universe's existence, was compressed, was put out as a 24-hour clock, humans would appear at about 1 minute to midnight. So, given that's the entirety of human existence, how much does anything really matter?
This is true.
Which does make you wonder why some people in power and stuff carry on the way they do.
I know, right? I know. But you know, they say only the freaks come out at night.
Well, yeah, that's the one. That is the one now. Let's not be shy.
The freaks come out at night.
Yes.
That one Michael Jackson song, was it?
Not that one. As in the freaks come out at night. No. But it could be. I mean, there's so much work that he actually put out. Yes, we'll leave that discussion there, and that term there, shall we say? But beyond that, as an artist, he did put out a huge volume of work. I remember once coming up with a list of bands and people or the top 10 bands and people since 1960 who I thought were the most influential artists.
Yeah.
And I had to go Michael Jackson straight off.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I think my second pick was actually Madonna.
Madonna.
Look, regardless of the fact that she now looks like Lost Vampire, and she does. Let's not be shy.
No, you're right.
She was smoking hot. Now Lost Vampire.
Yep.
But she was a pioneer for a lot of stuff that back then hadn't been done by women. And in that regard,
yeah, you got that.
The fact that she went across genres, not just music, but into TV or into movies as well, is a thing. So I thought she was probably. No, bear in mind these are also very subjective.
Okay.
So the 10 I'm going to come out with would not be the 10 somebody else would come out with.
Right.
I also had now who was the next one? Bob Marley. Bear in mind these are in no particular order because reggae is a huge influence these days.
Okay.
And so who's the biggest name in reggae? Bob Marley.
Oh.
Then I got to a point where I was starting to come down with Pink Floyd was another one.
Pink Floyd.
Yep. Number 3 was Jimi Hendrix. There was almost no guitarist on the planet who does not cite Hendrix as an influence. So you got to say, yes, he gets a jersey.
Yep.
Um, Eventually, I got to the point of realizing that because of how far music has, or various things, you got to the point of most prominent member of each sort of a style. Eventually, was how I got. Like, for example, if you look at contemporary hip hop and shit like that, that comes from rap, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
so I figured Public Enemy, metal, and I got it down to, oh, here we go. He's David sent me an email. I'll have to check it out after, and I'll send a copy of that to you, Bassman.
All right.
A couple of pickies. Anyway, and when it came to metal, I got it down to one of two. Ozzy Osbourne or Iron Maiden. And I went for Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, I was going to say Ozzy Osbourne, definitely.
Because of his time with Black Sabbath.
Yep.
Without which, of course, so much would just not have happened.
You're right.
Then, when it comes to early dance music, the Bee Gees.
Huh.
They were huge in their time and have had a big influence on the style on a lot of music since.
Yep.
Now, at some stage, you're going to have to flip a coin on, well, not flip a coin, you've got to make a decision on the Rolling Stones or the Beatles. Beatles,
yeah. Oh, yeah, Beatles.
So, yeah, there was probably a couple I missed out there, but yeah, Michael Jackson was right up there because, yeah, his body of work and a lot of what he did that was so innovative at the time.
Yep.
Yeah. Regardless of whether or not he was what has been suggested. I mean, he may not have been. This is the thing. No one actually can prove.
What about Elvis?
But beyond as a musician, wow.
Okay.
But yeah. So there we go. There's today's music history lesson with Rob.
Oh, you didn't do the letter of the day.
Well, let me get this decal on. Choose a letter.
Let's go with W.
W. Now, before I get to W, here's a bit of W humor. There's a Monty Python sketch called Are You Embarrassed Easily? And it's done like a lecture sort of a thing. Do any of these words embarrass you? Shoe, megaphone, grunties. And then it's, now let's move on to something ruder. Wankel rotary engine. And it was when he said W, Wankel rotary engine. Apparently that is what one of the early rotary engines are actually called, a Wankel rotary engine.
A Wankel rotary engine. Huh.
Which just adds so much to that particular line.
It does.
There we go. That's, oh, that airfield is looking a bit swish now. I'll give you a zoom in on that one. Then we'll go to W. And it's,
oh wow, I can see it from here.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. That looks so good, Rob.
They've Revel in this instance, because they're the ones who do the engine for the Mustang, have really come to the party with that one.
That is nice.
You can only work with what you got. You know what I'm saying?
This is true.
So, whilst thank you for the But the praise couldn't do it without Revel.
That looks really good. It really does.
Now, W.
I'll be you.
Here we go. Ha ha! Oh, we have so got to look up this one because we all know what it means, but it's just it's got to be done.
All right.
Here it is in black and white, good people. Wham bang, thank you, ma'am. Colloquialism, a very brief sexual encounter. This term originated in the United States of America.
Of course it did.
And is best known in the UK through its use in David Bowie's well-known song Suffragette City. It divides neatly into wham bang, meaning copulation, and thank you, ma'am, leave taking afterwards. Wham bang is one of the numerous terms for sexual intercourse which rely on violent imagery. See bonk.
God damn.
Just you gotta love the wording, don't you?
Yep.
Oh, that's precious. See bonk.
Oh damn.
Now, let's get that ID plate on. And where I think I should be placing that, probably around here sort of a way, I would think. And the reason I think that is because that's generally where they're put. That is my theory. So we'll get that done. And it's just there. As soon as I opened the page, as soon as I saw that, I thought, well, that's so the one we're going for. Just too good. Now, after this, there's a little bit of, I just noticed, or I have noticed a couple of little bits of touch-up paintwork also need to do on the dash, but that's, again, not going to get in the way of our assembly of the interior. So this is all very good in my eyes. Now, bam, and even the decals are fairly nice as far as how they've rolled. You know how you can get shit decals and good decals.
Oh man, yeah, I've gotten some that just as soon as you weld them, they tear apart.
There are some decals that that certainly fall heavily into the category of, and let's never talk of them again.
I actually like the ones that are a little bit thicker.
Yeah, I've had some that, in fact, some that I purchased as an aftermarket one because I wanted to build. During World War II, there was only one Aboriginal fighter pilot, a guy named Len Waters. He didn't expect to become a pilot. In fact, he even took bets against it because he was black. What are your odds? Yeah, a bit sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, but he did become a pilot as luck for it. Now, there's a bit of humor here. He got, as was often the case, he got the plane that somebody else had been using with somebody else's nose art initially. And the nose art that the previous pilot had actually said black magic.
Oh, wow. That worked out good then.
Well, the guy was about to remove it, and the story runs that Len Waters has stopped him. So do you just be leaving that how it is? So he was famous for black magic on his aircraft.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty cool.
Anyway, so I had to get the decals specifically for his aircraft. I've actually gotten a different set, or same markings, but a different aircraft, so I can do it with photo etch and stuff like that. Because
Okay, cool.
Anyway, and yeah, the decals I got were from a company called Red Roo Models. They seem to specialize in Australia and New Zealand decals from all sorts of eras, which is
Okay.
fair enough. Why not? There's a market for it.
Yep.
And I gotta say, I was both pleased and displeased at the same time.
Mm.
Displeased because I had to soak them for a fucking eternity,
Yeah.
but pleased the backing was strong as, and it was simply no issue to move them around as required, and you could get quite vigorous with them, and it was not a problem.
Right.
So in
Yeah,
that
I like
regard,
that.
they were
That.
good. On the other side, they were a bit really, really, and the answer was yes, really.
Yeah. Normally, if I could take a decal and wet it, just dip it in the water and set it to the side.
I got to say those
That'd be a good decal.
the decals on the Batmobile were pretty nice.
Oh, they were. Yeah.
Um,
I was a little intimidated by them, but
they came to the party in the final analysis.
yep.
Um,
I kind of consider
and
myself the decal king.
I got to say the AMG model had really nice decals too. Which was great after the horrors of the Hasegawa decals.
Mm. I hope these ones I've ordered from eBay for my Volkswagen turn out to be nice.
Yeah, you can't be quite sure, can you?
Well, I think it's the same person. I think it's the same person I got the ones for my General Lee from, and these worked out really nicely. So I'm
Well, in
thinking
that case, you should be right then. You would think.
Well,
Right. Oh, that's going to look good. Here we go. Give you a zoom in. Hang on.
Want to be cunty.
So that we got that there, but on the big.
There it is. Wait a minute. No, damn it.
Nah. But you can see where it is.
Yeah.
Once it'll be more something that you'll notice. It'll be easier to notice once the engine is in position.
It's coming together rather nicely.
Now, how is this traveling? Not so well. I wonder. I do.
Who wrote the book I love?
Oh, there's a on the there's a clip I've seen on YouTube from a movie. I think it's called A Bronx Tale. And I'll continue this as I remove the water. Hopefully the headset doesn't drop out on me. But basically, it's got these bikies go into this bar in the Bronx that's owned by the mafia. And basically, the mafia guy knows that these guys have a reputation for trashing and destroying bars. And when the bikies first start getting pushy, he says, "Oh, well, look, you're going to have to leave, or we're not going to fucking leave," sort of an attitude. And he goes up and he locks the door and says, "Well, now you can't leave." And of course, out come all the henchmen and dish out a righteous hammering. And once they've hammered them, drag them out, throw them onto the bikes, and just start destroying the bikes as well.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but all of this is done because, or at some point, you can't even pick up the point where they start doing it. They start playing the song "The 10 Commandments of Love," and you got to say that's some pretty dark humor right there.
Oh man, that's funny shit.
Oh yeah, there was a TV series over here based on a number of in the late 90s, early 2000s. There was a gang war over here in Melbourne. 36 guys ended up dead.
Damn.
That's over the course of a few years, of course.
Right, but still though.
Yeah. And actually, in one instance, it wasn't just a guy. There was a couple of instances of a couple of women getting killed as well, which is rare. And yeah, like normally they were considered off limits, but in certain circumstances, no. This instance, they weren't. Although in one instance, it is widely regarded of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
She was next to her husband, who was a rat, and yeah, he needed to be quietened. If you happen to be next to them, well, you know, collateral damage. But yeah, there's a series about it, and sometimes they have these the tracks they would use would be amusing, and they also had there was a whole series of them, in fact, showing different quite notable criminal episodes of Australian history.
Right.
They're all pretty historically accurate, and but as an example of how they applied the song or the music with humor on what were actually incredibly dark situations. In one episode, and this was actually in the second series, which was about an organization called Mr. Asia. And they moved literally tons of heroin. I think even today they're still finding where it's been hidden around, and we're talking about amounts worth billions in today's currency.
Wow.
And anyway, now hopefully this thing will stay put this time. In any event, at one point, one of the bad dudes has basically murdered a guy, and his methodology of hiding the ID of a victim was to chop off the hands and the head, lob them into the ocean, and just bury the body.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
And
there's no identifying markers. See, Bassman knows all about this stuff.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but when it shows him the first time he's doing it, of course, he's not feeling too good about it, and he's vomiting quite extensively. And the song they've got playing features the chorus, "You've got your troubles, I've got mine."
Oh, shit.
And you think, yeah. As I said, that's really dark, but fucking funny. I don't know if other people have noticed that, but I couldn't help but notice it.
That is definitely troubles.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a difficult state of existence when someone's lopped your head off. That's not the one I'm looking for. This is. Come on, there we go. Just a little bit here. Yeah, Mr. Asia ran a heroin operation that I reckon you'll find, if you were to Google them, probably included parts of the US,
Oh wow.
but it was pretty much Australia, New Zealand, Europe, the UK. So yeah, they were full on. And like I said, the amount they were moving was worth the equivalent of billions in today's currencies. And the reason they were getting away with a lot of that was to do with the fact that the New South Wales police at the time were hellishly corrupt. And when I say arguably, the most corrupt police force in history. And I'm
Wow.
not exaggerating here. Right the way down to there was a guy named Nettie Smith.
A Smith.
Yeah. And he was, well, he did all sorts of crime, but he was linked up with a copper who basically would say, or with the coppers to such an extent, let's say he wanted to do a armed hold-up at a given place, there would be a stipulated amount of that the cops would get for pulling the units elsewhere. They would even aid and facilitate the robbery so long as they got their cut.
I can believe that. I believe that 100%. That goes on and what we realize even today.
Oh yeah, and it was just like the copper in question, or the main copper, was a guy named Roger Rogerson, and he eventually got because there was questions were raised about him when he shot a guy named Warren Lanfranchi. And it was widely acknowledged that, okay, the best way is I can put it as this: that an inquiry was made and charges were laid against him. And whilst he was acquitted, the jury declined to find him not guilty.
Huh.
Yeah, draw your own conclusions on that little number.
Wow.
So that pretty much tells you what you need to know.
Yep.
They couldn't prove it, but yeah, you know. And eventually he got pinged for murder anyway. Years later, when he was out of the cop force at about the age of 70.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just bizarre. Him and another formerly corrupt cop, Jesus, of a similar sort of an age, murdered this young, dumb Vietnamese lad who wanted to be a gangster, basically, and got himself into way too deep and wound up dead as a result. And but the whole way that I've just noticed something on the sheets here that need a bit of attention. But yeah, the whole way that he and his colleague went about it was, frankly, inept.
Wow.
It was comical in its stupidity.
Wow. I mean, what can you say besides wow, you know?
Yeah, look, he the thing that always has me going, really? Was he was a former copper, and he totally failed to even be aware of things like closed circuit TV on nearby shops. You're going to leave a trail, mate. Work it out. He got it was footage of them basically, him and his colleague. They could, once they saw where the kid went into in this storage thing, they've gone in and they've had cameras on them all the way to pretty much, well, large parts of the distance. It's just like, you idiots.
I've been wearing a wire.
Yeah, well, may as well have done. God.
Yeah.
Again, you're a special kind of stupid, ain't you?
That's
I'm just checking something out here for a moment.
the son of a bitch that rode the short bus.
So that's going to go like that. Okay. Thereabouts. It's going to look good, actually. Yes. Okay. Well, I'm thinking I can get this in. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It sits in a different spot to what I had anticipated, though, which is not a problem. It actually sits like that. And the reason I find that a little odd, there's a little gap there.
Huh.
Now, as to why,
that's where the wind.
That is how that should sit.
Excuse me. That's where the base of the windshield sits, I bet.
Oh, that's probably going to make it a whole lot easier in actuality, isn't it?
Yep. I bet that's where the base of the windshield sits.
Okay. Oops, a daisy. Camera decided to go for a bit of a slide. All right. Well, that's all good in the hood then.
All good in the hood.
Here's something I noticed on the kit that I found interesting. There's a thing here, like a little empty square, and it doesn't have anything at all there, at all.
You don't have like a radio or like a, well, not a CB. Yours wouldn't have that.
Well, no, what it is, and I think it's rather clever what they've done, and it's this. On a Volvo, there is actually an empty little sort of area where you reach in.
Oh, a little cargo compartment, yeah.
That's how they've created it, because you don't need to put the back there, because all everyone's going to see is that little shadow, so it's going to look exactly like it should.
Yep, that's true.
And I got to say, that's actually rather clever.
Realism.
Yes, yes.
Sweet.
Now, let me see what that sits on. Let me just make sure I get my bits right. Okay, so just there. And across there. Oh, lovely. Okay, this will be easy as. Almost as easy as I am. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
ooh. Dum, dum, dum.
Nah.
Well, I think I'll.
Have you ever seen the Nudge Nudge Wink Wink sketch by Monty Python?
I'm sure I have, but I don't remember it.
It's got this guy. He's in a fairly normal sort of a bar. Could be anywhere. And this businessman-looking sort of a guy gets approached by this git. He is a git. It's quite apparent. Got enough cash to be in the bar, but he's a git. And the first thing he does when he's in, evening, Squire. And can't remember what was said that got me onto this. I think it could be the whole almost as easy as I am that got me onto it from my own self. Anyway, point is, I'm going to let that settle a bit because I'm going to need to get in a bit close when I do my interior bits. But we'll have the chairs and we'll have the interior done today. Going to let that settle a bit first. Yeah, anyway. And the first comment he chirps out with, your wife She a goer? That's the one David's onto it. And she sometimes goes, yes, I bet she does. I bet she does. Into photography, is she? Not me, not me. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And basically, it's this guy who he keeps coming with all these different euphemisms and metaphors. And yeah, eventually, the more staid businessman looking guy gets jack of it. And he said, look, are you trying to insinuate something? Well, and eventually the guy turns to him and says, well, you're a man of the world, aren't you? Yes. You've been with a lady. Yes. What's it like? And it's at that point that the guy starts folding up his newspaper, grabs his beer, and then starts telling him.
Ah, ah. Oh shit! You say that so well, I can almost picture it.
But yeah, it's a classic bit of Python, and
Yeah.
but yeah, he comes up with just about everything apart from easy. It's like when he's talking about do you like photography? Does she like photography? Oh, holiday steps could be taken on a holiday step. Could be. Candid photography, you know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more.
Oh shit!
Look, are you selling? Yeah, the other one is, look, you selling something? Selling. Very good. Very good. He's clearly, like I said, um, the guy who's doing the nudge, nudge, wink, wink is clearly a clueless numpty. He's got no idea.
Right.
Right. That's the whole point of the character, really.
Right.
Where is the starting point on this tape? Gone to. Is that it? Aha, it is it. I saw this cartoon once, and it said it was basically this what was clearly a demons convention, and
A
the head
demon.
demon, yeah, the head demon is sort of like at the lectern, and he shows everything. And a big shout out goes to Fred, who today came up with the invention of a length of tape that has no starting point. Yeah, yeah. Curiously, it's not just modelers who'd understand that one. There we are. That's all I need. Now, how we travel on this side?
As far as the body of the car, you're pretty much done with the body of it, aren't you?
Pretty much, it's just tiny little bits that I want to get done now. That do fall a bit into the category of you're sure you're not just stroking the Wookiee, big boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Just little odds and ends,
It's
tiny.
I must commend the Bloodhound gang for giving me that line, stroking my own Wookiee.
Stroking my Wookiee.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with the song. It's from "The Roof Is on Fire."
The roof.
And
The roof.
the roof. That's the one. At one stage, he chirps out with the line of, "I'm kind of like Han Solo. I'm just stroking my own Wookiee."
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Here's what I'm looking for. the term that the Spanish use for glossy black, negro brillante. I can't help
Yep.
but think. Yeah, look, in this politically correct era, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But
Yeah.
it's just the language, you know.
Yeah, that's it. But either way,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's it's interesting as far as now here we go. Here's some interesting linguistic stuff for you. The color or the term for black in Latin is also negro.
Yep. Yep.
So that term existed long before it was associated with people from Africa.
Yep.
Now, of course, you've also got the Niger River in Africa. And I'm unsure as to which was the origin of the term that, well, the racially offensive term that starts with the N, which I'm probably well advised to stay clear of. Whether it is necessarily the Niger River or the Negro of the from Latin.
Right.
So yeah, I'd be curious just as a piece of etymology, as it were, to find out.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, look, it's the origins of words
I
are.
think I've heard it called both. Oh, I think we lost him.
Do what?
Oh, I thought we lost you.
No, I'm here, mate. Now there's part of where I wanted to nail. Well, not nail, paint. Because the thing I've found here is there's a couple of spots where I've masked off, where I've actually got a bit of the unpainted hole shining through just a little. I need to get rid of that. Obviously.
Kind of like plumber's crack, huh? Kind of through just a little.
That's the one. I used to train a pair of sisters, one of whom was well aware that she was guilty on occasion of doing shocking plumber's crack. And the way you could politely address her to that would be that you try out the line of, your profession is calling.
And I tell you what, 2026 has creeped up on us pretty quick, ain't it?
It's going to be 26 here today. Oh, that's Celsius, obviously. Next week's looking unfriendly. Wednesday's going to be mid 90s in your terms. We've got one day that's going to be over 100. And the day after is also going to be mid 90s. I don't know what the day after that's going to be like. This brush is going to be a little bit too rough at the end for me to be able to do this with this. I'm going to change brushes.
God dang it. And the year 2026 is sneaking up on us too, ain't it?
Certainly is. I've got to get some, so much so that I need to get some, one of the things, my objectives for this weekend is to make marzipan and do some, once I've got that onto some of the cakes that I did in September, put the icing on.
Okay.
Because I've got to, I'm seeing my father on, I'm taking him to the zoo on Tuesday.
Oh, wow. Cool.
And
that's nice, man.
I'll take him a big chunk of cake and some other stuff that I've baked. So that he can take that along either where he's going to in his town, or he can keep it for himself. It's entirely at his disposal. There'll also be enough there for probably. I'll also give him enough to give some to my brother's widow.
Okay.
And because she's good to my dad.
Good.
In many ways,
That's nice.
yeah. Well, Dad's been kept out on the outside. My mum never forgave my dad and neither did my sisters, forgave my dad for leaving and a whole stack of other shit.
Right.
To a point that I think they've actually poisoned themselves to some extent, but that's their business.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But at the end of the day, now where else did I want to go with this? No, we're good there. Yeah, David was always the person who would spend Christmas Day with him because he couldn't go to my mum's and da da da. But of course, then my brother died, and but Liz has continued to allow him to have a Christmas Day with her. When he's on, sometimes I've gone there and sometimes I haven't. But yeah, I mean, I've got places I can go on Christmas Day as well.
Right.
Bigger issue with my father on actual Christmas Day is he's 3 hours away, and that's why we catch up. Or we're going to catch up on Tuesday.
You need to.
Yeah. It is the way to do it.
If they say, shit happens, you only got one mom and daddy.
Well, yeah, my mum's dead, so.
Yeah, both of mine are gone.
The bigger problem I'm going to have is that I know my sisters don't have much. In fact, my dad hasn't left them anything in his will. Now, to be fair, they haven't talked to him in 50 years? So, can you blame him? But I know they're going to try and contest that. So,
Of course.
yeah.
Yeah, of course they will.
And so I'm going to have to try and play secret squirrel to effectively get my dad's will enforced the way he wants it. Which I shouldn't have to do, but will.
I know.
It's all part of how it rolls.
I agree.
And in the final analysis, well, hey, I think it's because he's leaving my brother's portion to his widow, which I think is fair enough.
Yeah, I agree.
And I get basically what the girls would have had, which I'm not going to argue. Because, well, as I said, they haven't been talking to anything. They don't have to be this way about it. I think I've just got to receive. I think I'm about to receive a parcel. Now, I'm hearing something go beep beep. It sounds like it might have been at my door. I'm halfway curious to go and check out now.
Well, all right.
But first, I'll finish this painting, I shall. And if it is a delivery, I would suggest it's probably that Fokker I ordered. So that I can do the V-dub.
Ah.
Yeah. Into there.
You're picking up a delivery. Hey, honey.
Now.
We're getting one as well.
You are?
Yep. Dropping it off right on the porch. Now, I feel bad for these people because they're out delivering so late.
Yeah, it's sometimes when you're a courier you got to. Particularly around this time of year. When I was doing courier work this time of year, I remember on one occasion, in fact, I only had to do one Christmas, but ultimately what it was I finished delivering at about 9 o'clock on Christmas Eve. And I knew I had to get them all done because I knew that some of them would be Christmas presents.
Yep. Yep.
And to not get them done would be inexcusable.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, the UPS guy, his name's actually Chris as well. And I know, right? And the clay sculptor I watch on YouTube, the Knotbush, he his name is Chris as well. Well, damn, very popular name.
I think I told you about how I was in a rugby club that had 4 Robs and a rod. And the bigger problem was that 3 of us played in A grade.
Oh, wow.
So the way that was addressed, and this discussion was had when I was not present, but the outcome was one that I was not entirely unhappy with, was that the first person who had arrived at the club got Rob, because he was the first one there to use it. Not an unfair postulation, you had to say.
Wow.
Now, after that, there was a guy who'd been there longer, but he was actually quite happy to be called Bob as it was, and frequently was. So he scored Bob. I scored Robbie, because a lot of the Samoans already called me that.
Right.
And it was a nice and informal way that I could be greeted because I was a kind of informal sort of guy. And the other guy scored Robert. And the reason for that was because he was okay. Now I may need to explain the following comment. He was. Do you know what I mean by the Afrikaners?
Who corners?
Afrikaners.
No.
Afrikaners were the Dutch settlers of Africa.
Ah.
And some of them, well, basically, the stereotype of the Afrikaner back then, at that point in history, was the apartheid inflicting whitey. And this guy came from a country called it's called Zimbabwe. It was once under white rule called Rhodesia, and he was Afrikaner enough that he still called it Rhodesia. If you see what I'm saying,
right.
Yeah. And he got called Robert as a result, rather more formal. Here's how it is.
All right.
And yeah, Having a guy named Rod around the traps didn't help the cause. But hey, there's limits to what you can do.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, one of the ways you could totally. Now here we go. Might need to explain the next thing that you could do with young Robert if you wanted to really put him in a posse. There's a term that can be or was used. It's as offensive as the proverbial N-bomb, as it were, that you're probably less familiar with. Geffer.
Giffer?
Geffer. K-A-F-F-I-R, like the limes.
Right.
But that's the term that the South Africans or the white South Africans used to use to put down black South Africans.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Now, the way we'd sometimes bait young Lodesian Robert was you'd turn to him and call him Geffer lover in front of these big Samoans. What you going to say to that, huh? Not much.
Nope.
We had some very big Samoans.
That's pretty funny.
Now, my camera is doing its little syncy thing again. Don't know why. Maybe I need to tighten it. I just need to get a new boom, I think is what's the drill here. Now, I think we may well be done with the paint job here. Yeah, it's looking a lot more the way I want it, as far as the blue's gone. No, there are a couple of spots I will still need to do a tiny little bit on. But we'll get back to that a bit later. Later. Come here, you. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you little. Gotcha. Now, we'll
Wish
come
I
back
paid
to that.
better attention to how many pieces this kit was.
Ah. Now, I've gotten all this off.
Let's see.
I'm going to go and see if that was indeed a delivery to my door.
Alrighty.
And then we'll get back and do a bit more on something. Something.
Happy trails. Happy trails to you. Until we meet again.
Let's see what I find.
Oh, he must have got a package. I don't hear. Oh, well.
Where's it from?
All right.
See if it's anything to do with modeling.
Something to do with modeling. Yay.
Well, I can't get the box open. If it is, I'll bring it over.
Now, how in the Sam hell did I not paint those? Damn it, man. Please tip out your dumb eyes.
What do I purchase this time?
All right, one thing at a time. Overall. Tear it up. It's paid for.
Ah, ha ha!
It must be something nice.
It is something cool. I'll show you. All right. Give me a moment.
I'll give you 2 moments.
What it is my business cards.
Oh, snap. Like
Give me a
again.
moment. There we go.
Oh.
And on the other side, boom.
Oh, man. Build elder. That is nice.
Cool.
That is so cool.
I'm pretty pleased with them. They look good.
Yeah, they do. They're doing a damn good job on them.
Yeah, that was set up, or the overall layout was set up by the guy who does, well, pretty much all my marketing.
Oh,
So yeah.
the one that's working. The one that's working on your websites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got to give him some points for being smart in a few things he does. In terms of he's aware, obviously, that if people need a website, they're going to need business cards. That's a graphic he can supply as well. And he set up an account with Vistaprint, and basically for no extra cost, he can deck them out. He can set them up. He gets 15% discount from Vistaprint.
Oh, wow.
We don't. He doesn't, which basically is what he's taking as his payment.
Right.
We could get 15% discount, but if we go via him, we don't get the discount. But then he does it all for us.
Oh.
Which my take of which is, so why the fuck wouldn't you do that?
Absolutely.
Just need to do a bit of paintwork on this steering wheel before we put it in. So we'll do that.
Yeah, when I was running my taxidermy business, I went around to all the.
Hey Jeff, how are you doing? Yeah, it's business cards are a good thing to have.
I had all mine put in the convenience stores. They'd put them there above the register where people come in could see them, or they'd put them on the counter so they could pick them up and take them.
Well, there's a couple of places I'll be putting mine. And now here's something I need to consider is I need to put a stem in the back of this. Give me a moment. Very short one. Where have I put? Yeah, I'll be putting some in my acupuncture therapists' rooms because, well, they suggested it, so I'm sure they'll have no issue with that.
Right. Well, that's good.
And I'll put some. I should be able to get some into my massage therapists' rooms, I would suggest. And no, I won't use that. Okay, and so that'll also, and that's the people who go in for those sorts of things have the financial capacity to take up the sort of services I provide. Now, this is a thing to consider. The services I provide are not for cheap, not for poor people. This is a fact, sadly. They're people who have expendable income.
They are.
Business realities. And that's what I was looking for. Now, and but if they're going to massage places or acupuncture places, they've got expendable income.
This is true.
They also have the mindset that they may be seeking alternative options, which I provide. So yeah, these are the things. Now you'll have to excuse me again. I need to go to the cupboard and get out some stuff because I want to try and make a little link because I've got two holes I've got to work with here. One hole there, one hole there. Yeah, we'll leave that discussion there, won't we? And I'll have you know, I think there's actually three holes, but we'll leave that discussion there too. Um,
I just
okay.
knew you had something to go with that when you said that.
Yeah, well, hey, what you gonna do? Anyway, I'll back shortly.
I that didn't sound good.
Just dropping shit everywhere. Now then, hey, you're.
Man, damn, this thing was still in the wrong damn spot. Son of a bitch.
Oh man. Now, now, what I'm looking for, I should be able to find conveniently enough in my box of spare bits. It should be something suitable anyway. It's a little too thin. That's a little too thick. I'm looking for something a bit more Goldilocks, which is to say, just right. Come on. Rubbing. Now. I thought I had what I would need in this box here. Now there's another. I'll have another one more quick. I don't want to have to get up and get the other bag or box rather. I would rather see if
Lord. Damn.
how well would potentially that fit. That's going to be too small. Actually, you know what?
It's gone forever.
Cunning plan. I'm going to use part of a wheel stem from a Mustang.
Just put off a piece that I'll never find.
So,
It's gone forever.
now we go here. We go here. Now, let's see how nicely that becomes. It almost worked.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do this job. I'm going to trim that down a bit though. Not much, but a bit. Because
it's on here. And then put that on there.
there we are. Right. It's not as thick as I would like it though. Actually, I know what I can do for that.
I'll
I
just
have a
fix
cunning plan again. More cunning plans. What we're going to do, I'm going to fill up part of the area with crystal clear. That will, or actually, even normal glue would do it, wouldn't it? What am I fucking worrying about? I ask you. There are times, there are times. It's going to have a natural displacement effect, isn't it? Or at least Archimedes would have us believe so.
Yep.
Although I'm not going to suddenly run down the street screaming "Eureka" whilst being stitchless.
Come on
As
now.
the displacement theory is discovered. There's a female Indian comedian I've seen on YouTube. She plays pretty heavily on the wide-eyed Indian chick thing, but good on her.
All right.
That's like her shtick, for want of a better choice of words. And but she did this one where she was saying how when she found out about the Darwin Awards, she went on to look on for various stupid ways people have died in history. And she found three of her favourites were this one was this poet from Syracuse, which is in Sicily. Ancient Sicily, this is too. And he was highly regarded as a poet and da-da-da-da-da. Except so highly regarded was he wrote this poem about how he was in fact a living god. And when people questioned it, he said, "Look, I'll show you." And this dived headfirst into Mount Etna. And she's there. And then he anyway, the second most you go say, yeah, that pretty much covers it, doesn't it? Yeah, then
Yep. Damn.
There was some other dude who he's come out of somewhere and somebody said something and he's been so affronted that he has literally done the kid thing of holding his breath until things have changed.
Wow.
Yeah, there he's stuck acted on the spot.
Damn.
She was saying how she was in, I can't remember what city it was. It was in the US. And the people she was there were saying, look, because there were some ICE people around, she reckons. ICE operatives. She was told to be careful. Why? Because I look Indian? No, because you look Mexican. And she said, so I learned to lean right into my Indianness, run about yelling, singing Hare Krishna, which is weird because that's Hindu and I'm actually Muslim. But I can't very much go running about saying Allah Akbar. Yep. Telling it how it is right there.
Yep.
Yeah, funny stuff. But yes.
That's the good stuff.
She also paid out on Minnesota. She said that she had this long this sort of like tell of a relationship going with somebody over there who was a local news presenter. So as a result, the relationship didn't pan out. So she got nothing, but she did learn a fucking load about Minnesota. She said apparently their big sort of like promotion thing as far as a state is Minnesota. Nice. Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, but it has a lot of homicides. So how does this operate? Is it that they shoot you and then say sorry afterwards?
I know, right?
Yeah, well, these are the questions. Pretty fair ones too, actually.
I would agree.
Now, more coffee, I say. Now, I reckon we're going to get that gear stick in. Now, here we are.
Oh, snap.
Now,
I'm able to hold these pieces for a little while, so.
that is swish, kids. Happy with how that's looking.
Fucking screen.
Now, give me a moment. I will glue that in. It almost doesn't need to be glued. That's cool. I love it when that happens. I really do. I love it long time, GI.
You don't much appreciate you leaving this on the counter for dinner.
Would I go so far as to suggest it's worthy of the whole Eric Cartman $5 sucky sucky? Probably.
He very much read it.
Did he?
Yes.
Sucky.
So there we go. There's the gear stick in now. So that's starting to look really nice.
Looking good, man. That's pretty.
Now, next, come around, a little tidy up on the steering wheel. Then we'll glue that in, and then we can get the chairs in, and then that'll be the interior assembled. Once we get the door panels in, that's what you've got to have as well, the door panels. Because what they do, and I'll show you once I've got this area painted. Where's our wood gone? Oops, and bing.
Pink. This face is being cunt. Damn it, man.
Being cunty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not gonna pull the Monte Carlo maneuver on it though.
Oh, I found out yesterday that a mate of mine is rebuilding well, it's very much a work in progress. There's a lot that needs to be done to it. But I don't know where he got it from. He's got a 1966, and I'm talking about a real one, obviously.
All right.
Land Rover. And,
Land Rover?
1966.
Wow.
He and his son's 13. And he's helping a bit with it as well. They're both doing slowly but surely working on it.
Oh, cool.
And I've said to him, look, man, when it comes to if you're unsure about any parts and stuff, I've said to him that I've been told that that a person with my level, or indeed not just mine, but certainly at the level of skills that I have with models, would look at you can give them an engine handbook and watch and learn. Because they'll just go, yeah, that goes with that because of this. And I've said, look, if you need a hand with sort of like, you're not too sure, I said, if you've got the handbook, we can match the part, I can get it happening for you.
Wow.
And what it's more about is some of the most rusted into very awkward positions, some of the bolts.
Right.
And he needs to get them off before he can fully look at doing more with it.
Right.
Which is going to take, obviously, time. Now, what I was going to show you very
Oh,
quickly.
yeah, I mean, that is stuff that can be replaced and fixed very easily.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been
Just
pretty
cool having
keen
the
to give
having
him
the
a hand
video,
with it.
you know.
Yeah, I'd be keen to give him a hand with it because it'd be cool. Now, with the interior, scope this out. Here's here we go. It's a curious little mechanism they have going on here. What you do is, okay, you got your seats, then these go onto the side, and then when you've got the, hang on, you can't really see what I'm saying. Hang on, let's go here. Now, something I hasten to add, that's white paint. That is not where I've gotten a bit too excited over the assembly sheets.
All right.
Just want to be clear about that.
Ah,
We know what I'm talking about. So when you've assembled the interior, and you've got that, basically, now if they've turned it around, it's a completely assembled interior that then goes on here, being the undercarriage.
right. Yep.
So once we've assembled the interior, in fact, something we can possibly consider, it's been a while since I glued that in. Yep, we can look at this. Now, user. Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right. That's just, this you got to see, kids. Ayo. Well, not as the case. I'm going to have to get myself a new boom. This has happened a couple of times, and now stay. Move that a little bit there. Looky that.
Oh wow! Look at there, pretty.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So we're going to glue that in now, I'd suggest. And that's, we maybe need to do just a little adjustment there to get the angle right for the drive shaft. But beyond that, that is sexy as all hell.
Yes, it is. Very pretty.
Well happy with that.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, my battery saver thing just came on. I got 20% on my phone.
Oui.
So if it dies out, man, I love you guys, man. If my screen goes black, I'll see you on the other side.
That
Yep.
sort of ties in with a line that a housemate of mine and his friends used to use on each other. But it was usually if somebody had done something that was clearly untoward, shall we say. And the big line was, "You're dead to me, man."
I love you, man.
Oh, that's what you say now, man.
Damn it.
Right, now let me just have a quick look at where I want to glue this.
All right, hang on a second.
I'm probably going to need to do it from while it's sort of almost in position, and then just come on, jiggery pokery time.
Hey, what kind of plug in that cord? I got a plug right here on my thing. I run around this way because the nuggets don't get tangled up in it.
Just bring a plug.
I know it's got that wide part on it. Look at that cord over there, please. Bass woman came to save the day.
Oh, the old cable technique.
Yep. Now Nugget will probably jump off the couch and get his feet tangled up in it. I run across the house with it.
That's where I need it to be. Yeah, that's good. Well, it was. At least now I know where I want it to go.
Oh yeah, it'd be fine. Man, I tell you what, they fill these glue balls up like they fill up damn bags of potato chips.
Do what?
They fill these glue bottles up like they fill up bags of potato chips, half full. That's a brand new tube I just bought 3 days ago.
Oh, really?
And I'm not using it that much, so I know I shouldn't be out of glue now.
Wow. It's not quite sitting flat. That's the issue I'm having here. No, I can't do it that way.
Sorry, Bob, I love you, sweetie, but not right now, honey.
Is that sitting flat? No. Right. So that's where it's going to need to be. So our contact points will be right there, there, there. That's as good as it's going to get. All right, let's do this. Oh, yeah. All right. Hopefully this all happens.
As Murdoch tells Hannibal, I like it when a plan comes together.
Now,
So Bassman has had kind of a hectic day. One of the other DMs had to go on leave of absence because she just got so much going on in her life. So she got
wow.
4 more stores added onto her today.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah. So she went there a while ago to, she got to make brownies for her mother's wedding anniversary tomorrow. And there's only one
nice.
egg. There's only one egg in the carton.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
Depending on what you're making, you can get away with that, but not always, yeah.
She's going to make some brownies. She's got to make
Yeah,
100.
brownies. Yeah.
Squares.
Well, I've told you the Simpsons brownie line, haven't I?
I'm not sure. Refresh me.
It comes from the episode where it's their Godfather parody episode. And in that, the Michael figure wants to be a chef. We've got it in position, kids. We've got it in position. It's done. One V8 302 small block on the Volvo chassis. Now I will pop that. I need to pop that somewhere. Let that dry. That's going to be the tricky part. Trixie. Maybe there. Done. Yeah.
I told Rock during David what I did to you with the eggs.
Yeah, now the here we go.
Why would they stop out there?
Now, how well is that? There.
We got some flashing lights out there.
As in cop lights or thunder?
Ambulance. They think they're bringing our neighbor home, Mr. Holloman. His health has been pretty bad here the last few months.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I think he's like 75 or 77.
That's not that old though. Well, it depends on various factors, doesn't it, really, as to whether that's old or not.
This is true.
It varies from one individual to another. I actually have this theory that a lot of age is the way you let things weigh on you.
This is true. Absolutely.
And that's why I have the theory that there are 30-year-olds who are actually older than me.
Absolutely.
Right, now it's coming along further, kids. Now we've got the steering wheel in place.
Oh man, we can almost drive it around now. Boom,
There
shot
you
the
go.
wall. Look at that. That's pretty.
Now we can get the chairs in, I reckon.
That's pretty.
David's suggesting it might be aliens. Flashing lights, that is. Then comes the question as to what sorts of aliens. There's a great type of alien mentioned in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And because when it first manifests that the person who, one of the main characters is known as Ford, is not indeed from Earth, but from a small star near, or small planet near Betelgeuse. And he asked him how he got there, as in on Earth. He said, "Oh, easy, I caught a lift with a teaser." What's a teaser? A teaser's a space traveler with too much time on his hands, usually some spoiled rich kid. And what they'll do is they'll land on some planet that hasn't made interstellar contact, land in front of someone who no one's ever going to believe, and then strut around in front of them making silly beep noises and then take off again. Kind of silly if you ask me. Now, that's one. Let's see how it goes on. Now, actually, something I might want to consider. Do these bases have specifics? Yes, I'd say they do. But we can get them in. So let's do that.
Let's do it.
And then that'll be the interior almost ready. And that'll be cool.
Most individually.
So I've got the engine in and I've got the interior almost ready. That's cool. Happy times. Happy times.
Happy, joy. Do the happy dance.
I was thinking more of the, well, it was a movie I haven't actually seen, Borat. Happy times.
Happy, joy.
Apparently, Borat was not well received in Kazakhstan. Largely on account of the fact that it made them look like, because there's a scene where he's got all these villagers involved and da-da-da-da-da. And apparently they just thought this was actually part of a documentary that was being filmed. Of course, he's portrayed them as basically inbred villains and prostitutes.
Inbred villains and prostitutes. Huh.
That's pretty much the way he's portrayed them. And unsurprisingly, it didn't go down so well. Who would have thought?
I dated a girl one time. She had every one of them in her family. Oh.
Oh, that's there's a thing that my music was, because my bass teacher's part of a music studio, basically, like you'd expect with a lot of that sort of thing. And they have a thing every month called Strum and Connect, which is basically where you go along and play along with a few other guys, and you can meet people, and sometimes you do meet people who you work with later, and sometimes you don't, you know. But
all right. Anyway,
and it transpires that whilst my teacher's the dude who runs the studio, his main instrument is the guitar. He's also rather sharp on the banjo. In fact, very sharp on the banjo. And he's been put up to showing off a bit at the last Strum and Connect. And as I said to him, you've got way too many teeth to be able to play that well. And he's made the comment, you ready for this one? He said, now, just so as you know, the first 2 banjo students I had were both cross-eyed. Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
So now we're getting places with this interior caper. We've got the seats in. I'll get some better focus. There we go.
Start wondering if I'm cross-eyed. Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. All coming together. Now, David's left his heating on for 2 hours. He only wanted it on for 30 minutes. I did something rather similar to that the other day.
What do you turn on 2 hours?
He's had the heating on for 2 hours. He only wanted it on for 30 minutes.
Holy shit, Batman.
Yeah. I did something similar the other day that was kind of funny. And that was that, well, I don't know if funny is the right word. It was something I've managed to work with at the end of the day. And it's that we've got this rather good little watering system here. And what it is that the, now where does that go exactly? Anyway, what it is that, yeah, you just turn it on and you go, and then when it's done, you go and turn it off, pretty obviously. And, I see, I think that then slides in. Very clever, Italeri. Anyway, so I turned it on, went to attend to a few other things, as you do. No, that's not correct either. But that's not going to give. Sorry guys, what I'm working out here is a few things to do with wheel arches and stuff. There's a small thing here where there's this little gap, but that's going to be covered up because when you put up the wheel arch goes there, so you don't see it anyway. I'm guessing that's the case. There we go. Yeah, that works. I was waffling about something.
Your water.
Yes, I turned it on, walked off as you do, went to attend to a few other things as you do. Then I've gone to go to swimming, and I've suddenly realised I've left it on. Now, the idea as to how long I'd left it on, I turned it on before I did my stream that day. And I've gone out there and I've pretty much turned the front yard into a fucking swamp.
Well, I've done the same thing with our pool because during the summertime, your water evaporates over a couple of weeks, drop down a couple of inches, which in turn would make my pump not function right. So I turn the water on, forget about the son bitch. We'd go to town, come back home, everything's flooded.
Yep. Yeah,
everything.
Now what I'm trying to work out here is just how far back this actually goes to. Maybe to there. Right, that's actually very exact, but Italeri can be on occasion. But that's fine. Okay. Yeah, it was now the thing about it was that day was, well, the next day was 36, so quite hot anyway. It was going to be quite warm that day. So I'm just going. Basically, it was a thing of, well, we're not going to be doing any watering for a week, and it was just the actual front lawn area. It wasn't the entire all the plants. It was just the front lawn area. David's completed half the lorry, or the truck rather.
Oh wow, cool deal. Can you do that one egg?
There was 2 in there. I can make 1 box. I just can't make the second one until tomorrow.
Yes, you can. You use 1 egg per box.
It's done now.
Okay. All right.
It's been a waste,
I can't shit no eggs.
You've been told.
It's Rob's fault. He told me to cook them yesterday.
I did. Clearly. I'm an evil man.
Evil, you should be destroyed.
There's a great scene out of. Have you started watching Game of Thrones yet?
No, not yet.
There's a golden scene. I won't go into any spoilers, but because it's too good to ruin for you. But when you meet the character named Tyrion Lannister, and at one stage he's got to confess his crimes. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And he does so. Oh yeah, he confesses his crimes, all right. As only Tyrion can. And once you've seen the scene, you'll understand exactly what I mean by that.
All right.
Because he's confessed his sins. Yeah, I guess. Now this isn't quite down the corner here as it might. What I'm thinking is that once the rest dries, it'll help drag the rest in, and I'll do it then if you follow me. That's what we'll do. Let's see how the other one goes. Is the other one more cooperative? One wonders. One wonders. Yes, maybe not. Now, wow, I've almost got the interior ready. Let's get this. Now, I'm wondering whether I should wait a little bit to get this other one on, get that one on a bit more solidly, and then do the other one, if you follow me.
What's your gut telling you?
But that it's possibly not a bad move to do so. From the viewpoint of if I need to grab onto that side, at least it'll be stable, sort of a thing.
Yep.
What I might do is just come into here a bit. Let's see if I can get that a bit more stable in there. I'm starting to happily run out of things to do for today.
No, there's always something to do.
Well, there are a few things. Actually, I know what I should do. On the hull, in fact, I need transparent orange, which I do have. In fact, that's interior green. Intuition tells me that's interior green. Yeah, this isn't sitting quite as snugly as it might on the side here. And that's not flat. Why is that not flat?
Okay, that good question.
Shit. I can tell you why. Get out of there. Shit. Found that? That's okay. No, I have not found that. Or have I found it? No, I have not. Oh, yay.
Oh, shit.
What it was that backboard wasn't sufficiently dry to is this what I'm looking for? I doubt it. No. Fuck. And now I've lost the gear stick. But I can find that fairly easily, I would suggest. But yeah, the middle, this panel wasn't dry enough
Oh,
to have the side ones put in, and thus they were knocking it out of position. So I'm going to have to re-glue this, I would suggest. And then I might wish to wind the stream up, because obviously that's got to dry first. Let's see what I know. What else I can do though? What I might do is there's a couple of reflectors on the hull that need to go on. So I might as well as
I'm putting decals on my dash right now. These little instrument panels are quite the trickster.
now that's sitting correctly. Let's let that dry, shall we? Cunty bloody things. I ask you, where's the love?
There is none.
Well, that's right.
There is no love.
Now, I think this is interior green. I am correct. Now, if I wish transparent orange. Actually, here's something I can consider too. Give me a moment. Oh no, probably best off waiting for a couple of other bits to fall into place for that first. But in the meantime, transparent orange time. Transparent yellow. I do have transparent orange. I might need to go to my lacquers for that, I reckon. Let's see now. Hang on, what's this? Trainee yellow. No, we don't want that. Clear orange.
Orange clear.
Now, let's find out what parts that needs to go on to.
Oh,
Right. So 48 and 49. Yeah, that makes sense. And then 38 and 39. All right, let's do these. So clear parts we're looking for now.
what are you burning in there?
Where the fuck are the clear parts? Oh, really? They're around. Aha! Here we are. I found them. Yeah. I got given a interesting tip yesterday by my mate.
What is
with
that?
regards to if you get cracks in your clear plastic, or indeed in any plastic, how to fix them. And the suggestion he had was that you get acetone.
Acetone. Okay.
And you slowly rub it over, and you have to, I think it was acetone, he said. Basically, it was nail varnish is the stuff. And you can slowly work it, or nail varnish remover, perhaps, is more the point.
Nail polish remover. Okay.
And yeah, slowly but sure, because what it does is that it will, to some extent, melt the plastic.
Yes, it will.
It causes that to bond, and you can polish it out, he reckons. Which I can see how that would operate.
Huh.
Would I try it? I prefer just not to have to do it.
Yeah, I know, right? Cause won't it
Excuse
like
me,
on windshields and stuff like that? It'll fog them.
I have found, sorry, my gear stick.
Oh, you did find it?
Yeah, as I stretched forward with my legs, I felt this thing under my big toe. I thought, hello. What might that be then, eh?
Maybe that's on the left.
And unsurprisingly, it was my gear stick. So I can pop that back into position, I would suggest. Now we're looking at 38 and 39. They have them that way up for some reason. Why don't I just do it that way? And we go top two, blank. Right, so it's the top two on those sides. I see the inherent problem we may have here. Or what I'm having, the problem I'm having here in identifying colours. So if 38 goes in like that, which colour are they identifying as being clear orange? All right, E, I'm guessing. All right, so if we go right, so yeah, that one there. Right, which means so they've not necessarily made it that easy to identify what's actually happening with these ones, but I got it sorted out. I have, at least I think I have.
All right.
All right, so we go that way.
Yeah, some of these parts are a thinker, that's for sure.
It's more a question of they've in the diagram, for reasons best known to themselves, they did it in upside down, and then when they've got, which would be easy, but they have the parts on the sprue in two different things.
Oh.
Like they're not the same angle when you look at them on the sprue. They're two different angles.
All right.
And not happy with the way this is coming out. Hang on. I know what we're going to do to fix this. There we go. But yeah, if I showed you on what I mean, it doesn't really make that many odds. What it's more about is that if they'd been facing the same way on the sprue, you'd be going, oh, so that's there.
Right.
but they don't necessarily. They've got an inversion of themselves, in a sense, on the sprue, which sort of has you going. So does that mean, or what does that mean there? And what it really means is that they've just made it a bit more. Once I've painted it, you'll see what I'll show you, and you go, I see, because it is just a bit. Really, why are you doing that to us? So 39 then goes. Oh, hang on, have I done it the wrong way? Fuck off. No, that's right. That's okay. That's okay. Then that goes to that way, which means it's those two. Yo. Yo. And then we'll get a smaller brush.
I knew there was a battery decal, and I found it.
Well, you know what to do with that then.
Yep. You know, you look at some of these decals, and they're so little.
Some of them are just. Look, seriously, I do sometimes wonder as to why I'm doing them.
You know, I appreciate attention to detail, but
sometimes it's just, what are you doing to us?
Yeah, I mean, they're just like right there, 23. Wow.
All right. So that's
right.
Almost the indicators done.
Get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. Very much so. I recently described the national bird of Australia as having not merely the world's worst road sense, but being that if there were humans in the wheels behind cars, they would be the textbook go across 3 lanes, do not indicate. And they are that bad. They're shocking.
Wow.
They on the first day of when I was doing my volunteering up at Monate, we were told that, and right on cue, there's 2 emus walking on either side of the road, and they're walking the same way as the car, and at exactly the same time, they've crossed over directly in front of the car.
Oh shit!
And it's just like, wow, they really are that stupid. So what you can see here is that they both go around. It's the top ones that go onto the. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, no.
I didn't like what I heard.
That's okay. What I'll do. Here we go. Let me just work it out. Where am I going? Oh no, for no good reason. It's hard to know. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. What it is that, as you can see, there's our indicator lights. That goes on to that side that way, and that. Oh no, that is the wrong way around, is it? It has to be.
Yeah, that's it.
At least it's red that goes on top of that, so it's not going to matter so much.
Okay.
But that's how confusing it was to try and. Yeah, there's no clear panel there, so that's okay. And it's red that goes on top, as I said, clear red. So it's not going to show up too much. It'll just be a deeper red.
Okay, well, I mean.
But yeah, so now we have the lights done. That's the bottom line here. All right.
Is your buddy gonna be back next
Orange
weekend?
lights done. Pardon?
Is your buddy gonna be back by next weekend so you can go fishing?
Not next week. I think he gets back on the Sunday or the Monday. But he's still on holidays for a while. So when he gets back, hang on, I just realised something. Somebody's been can't contact him today anyway. I have to contact him tomorrow. I may be needing to pick up his car for him, and I think somebody's tried to contact me about that. It's just dawned on me. Anyway, but yeah, he'll be back in due course. Yeah, well, take it from there now. That was the other. Oh, I've already cleaned up. I think I'm just starting to get a bit ahead of myself now. I need to take a bit of a break, I think. Now, let's see what you've done today, good sir.
All right.
I'll just give you a bit of solo time. Oh, nice.
Yeah, on my 85 Blazer. Stranger Things police car. Finally got the chassis put in it.
Nice. Good
Got
one.
the interior almost buttoned up. Got the spare tire in.
Nice.
It come with a hat too as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Hook all my wires up, and
Nice.
so that's what I've been working on. Got the radiator put together, painted.
Cool.
Got the dash.
Nice.
Got the decals on it.
Nice.
That's been me.
All righty. Well, that is us done for today. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
First-time viewers out there, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. It's a very simple equation.
And like,
other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram, Twitch, and follow, like, or subscribe. And tomorrow we will be back. Yes, we will. I think we both did pretty well today, David. Thank you.
thanks. Appreciate it.
We'll be back at the same kit time, same kit channel. We'll catch you good people then. See yous.
See ya.